Hi guys, I hope you're all really well. I'm going to show you how to make the most beautiful dessert. It's a French toast panettone pudding. It's really quick to put together, around 15 minutes start to finish, and it's so good. It's perfect for this time of year when we get into the festive season because there's panettones everywhere. And this recipe is from my new book, Together. Now, this book is all about feasting, and I've done a feast for all kinds of different occasions. One of the chapters, one of the feasts in here is called Last Minute Feast. And the idea is, how can you do an incredible dinner party which is absolutely safe, secure, delicious, but easy and quick and makes it look like you've put a lot of thought into it. So this dessert is perfect. It's a win-win. So it's from that chapter, let's make it. It is so good. Get yourself a nice non-stick pan. First job is just take a little bit of butter, just like a nice knob, put it into here, and we're just gonna rub it around the bottom like that, and that's gonna give it a nice golden crispy outside. Next job, we're gonna take this beautiful panettone. Now, you could have leftover panettone, no trouble at all, or you could buy one. What I wanna do is cut 2 centimetre thick slices. Use a serrated knife for this, and use the length of the knife. So in a bowl, we're going to add into here 4 eggs, lovely free-range eggs. In here, we're going to add some extra flavour. So I've got some vanilla paste. Now, this vanilla paste, have a little look here. You can get this in the supermarkets. Of course, you can use a vanilla pod, but this paste is incredibly convenient. A nice, generous teaspoon of that goes in. A little sort of heaped teaspoon or so of sugar goes in. Whisk that up. Now, at this time of year, if I happened to sort of stumble and have a little bit of Baileys or sherry or Vinsanto, oh, by mistake, I might just put some of that in. But of course, if you've got kids around, you wouldn't put it in. So whisk that up, and that's it. What we do now is we put our lovely slice of panettone into our eggs, turn it around, and then we're going to take that lovely piece of panettone and place it in the bottom of the pan. So what I'm going to do now is make kind of a sandwich, okay? So there's 2 things that make this rock. I've got some beautiful tinned peaches here, so I'll just line those up and I'll just slice those. And of course, if you wanted to use pears, strawberries, cherries, then I'm going to take these gorgeous peaches and I'm going to put them on top of that piece of panettone in any old way. Stack them in there like that. Once you've done that, get yourself 100 grams of chocolate. I've got 70% cocoa solids. What I do now is just break it up into little chunks, and this will ooze and create little pools of chocolate. And then we got the second piece of panettone here, and we go back in to that gorgeous flavoured eggs like that. And I do 2 things at this stage, very simple. Pour any excess egg on top of our chocolate and fruit like that, and then simply go on top like that. That's it, guys. The job is done. With this dish, it's not only just quick to put together, but you could put that in the fridge the day before, no trouble at all, right? But when you come to cook it, you simply put it on a medium-high heat for about 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, just to get it going, just to get a little bit of golden colour. Put a little bit of icing sugar, which always makes me feel very festive. So on with some icing sugar, and then under the grill. So look, you can see we've got some sizzling happening. Just get a little knife, have a little kind of look underneath. If it's looking lightly golden, you're good to go. Then we can take it now from the hob to under the grill. The grill's on medium, and normally around 10 minutes is spot on, but basically when it's golden and caramelized and gorgeous, beautiful things are gonna happen. Okay, so it's had about 10, 12 minutes. Oh, look at that. Sizzling on the top. What's brilliant about the panettone is it is the smell of Christmas. So let's just serve it on a beautiful board. Look at that. Let's get in there and get a nice little slice. Come on. Let's have a little bit of icing sugar. It's that time of year. Let's make it look festive. Vanilla ice cream, chocolate ice cream. Look at that. That, my friends, is a gorgeous, gorgeous dessert. And have a little look onto the inside there. Look at that. Right, let's have a little try of this. Scrumptious. The peach and the chocolate is a thing of joy. That is literally the simplest little dessert ever. And it feels like you've really put a lot of time and effort into it. And it was as simple as that. Panettone, eggs, vanilla, chocolate and fruit. Happy days.